Welcome. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. And welcome. Good afternoon, official. Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome. 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 Facebook, welcome. Instagram, welcome. YouTube, welcome. Olori Wendy Tune. How are you? Hello. How are you doing, Mr. Pratt? Official Patrick? Victoria Olorode, how are you? Long time. Instagram, what's up now? T Gold Media, thank you very much. Antonia from London, love. Thank you, Ibrahim Latif. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the compliment, my sister. God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mm. Ah, happy birthday. Back to the same story. Which one? Which story are you talking about? Okay, let's jump on it. Let's jump on it. Ah, oh my God. You see? Ah, you can see it. Instagram cannot see it upside down. Okay, let's jump on the story of today. A young lady. We have been talking for quite some time. Maybe we've been talking for like about 6 months now. Because she's looking for a relationship, she wants to settle down and get married and all that. But I've been talking to her to relax, 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 relax. You know, and it's a little difficult to relax, oh guys. It's a little difficult to relax when you're searching for something. We always talk about it, including myself. Don't be desperate, don't be desperate, don't be desperate. Sometimes it's easier said than done. Sometimes it's easy to say it. We say it and say, oh, don't be desperate, don't be desperate. Wait on the Lord. Wait upon his promises. Do not lean on your own understanding. It's so good. We married people, we know how to preach all these messages. We know how to preach all of these messages as in wait upon the Lord. It's not easy when you're single, when you're taking care of yourself by yourself, when you sleep and wake up all by yourself, when you cook and eat it by yourself, and you put your cup on the table and that cup remains on the table and nobody moves it and stuff like that. It's not easy to live by yourself alone. It's not. I'm not going to lie. It's not. It's not. No, it's not. Do you know? I don't want to. I really don't want to break tables today, but I will end up breaking some tables here. Do you know how many of our young sisters there, not even young sisters alone, even married women are masturbating? Do you know? Do you know how many? We can all wait on the Lord. Hallelujah. Do you know how many of them? You guys don't understand that sex toys, dildos, and vibrators are more expensive now than before. They're very expensive now than before. You will be so surprised if you should grab the bag of women and just open it by force. You will not believe what you will see inside. Especially when they say, "Oh, I just want to spend some days in the hotel." Grab the bag, just jag bag here back salon. Jag bag here back salon. Go three bag here upside down. What you will see, you won't believe it. You won't find a single Bible inside the bag. You won't find a single Bible inside the bag. You will see all manners of. Telling you. And see, this lady was telling me, say, Pastor Shola, Emi lo mu pe Emi tani. Orí ti fẹ́ dàrú. Má jòrí ó dàrú. Pastor Shola orí ti fẹ́ yí. Má jòrí ó yí. Kí ló dé? Hey, let's you. Now you they talk like this, Pastor Shola. It's not easy, It's not easy to be in anybody's show. It's not easy to come inside my shoe here as I did. I said, take it easy. He said, take it easy. I'm taking it easy, Pastor Shola. It's not easy to be easy. It's not easy to be easy, I watched your show yesterday when you were talking about women do this, women do this, women do that. You think it's easy? Okay. It's very easy on the part of men, sir. I said, what? Why? It's easy for a man to do anything. It's not easy for a woman. A woman must to take care of himself and just try to respect himself and not be jumping around. You're jumping around. I said, yes, I understand. I said, but we're Christians. She started laughing. We're Christian for where? He said, I'm Christian, they do this thing fast. Now, Christian, it's those ones where you call Christian when they go to church. Now, them, they do this thing pass. With you, they talk. Now, with you, they talk. The people on the street, they don't care about what Bible is saying. It is we people that are inside church that you pastors are always saying, relax, wait upon the Lord. Don't be desperate. And we're waiting inside of the same thing, and you are praying. It seems like God is not answering. It seems like God is not answering. And I said, what do you think is the solution? He said, Pastor Shola. I said, yes. He said, it's not good to go and be messing with another woman's husband, right? I said, no, it's not. It's not a good thing to be messing with another woman's husband. Yeah. He said, but how about if the other woman's husband want to mess with you? And they actually bring money and they say, let me just take care of you. Am I supposed to say no? Daddy body get the accident. Double wahala for daddy body and the owner. Daddy body, double wahala for daddy body. I was like, you see what I'm saying? He said, am I supposed to say no, sir? When they're bringing money, they want to get me a new car, want to get me an apartment, want to get me shoes and Gucci bags and Gucci everything. And I'm just there single. And he's not saying, I will marry you, sir. I said, what is he saying? He just saying, he want to take care of me. I said, how? How? How is he going to take care of you that Jesus cannot do? Jesus, what God cannot do does not exist. Jesus can take care of you. He said, Pastor Shola, will Jesus come and bang me? I said, you don't need banging. What you need is the Holy Spirit inside of you. Hallelujah. You have Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit will take care of the heart for you. The lady laughed one crazy laugh. Like, Pastor Shola, don't let me fight with you. Don't let me fight with you. I'm telling you the real thing right now. You are joking. Pastor Shola, you're joking, right? I said, no, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. You have to have Holy Spirit. was like, yeah, actually, I was joking. I was really joking for real. So, somebody said, which Holy Spirit are you talking about? The same Holy Spirit that me and you know now. So, I'm right now in the crossroad. At the crossroad right now. You know, all these young ladies, single mothers out there, they have engaged in sexual relationship for a long time, and right now there's no husband under the roof and stuff. And they have been using all of these vibrators and dildos, but it's impossible for a dildo to hold you. It's possible for a dildo or a vibrator to kiss you. It's impossible for all of this stuff to happen. So, you know, at the moment, women are kind of like talking about they need, I don't know, probably you guys understand. When we talk about mental health, I just signed up for it. I just signed up to actually study mental health now. You know, I started my class already and all kinds of stuff. But some people are going crazy for lack of sexual relationship. Some people are going crazy because they live their life by themselves. Some people are going crazy because they are lonely. Some people are going crazy because they got nobody to talk to. How do we deal with it? I want to open my telephone. I want to open my telephone, guys. I want to open my telephone. All right, I'm going to put it here on. Let's put it on Facebook so that you guys will be able to make calls in. It's there already. Let me put it back here. Let me put it back here on. Okay. Let me put it here on Instagram also and pin it. I just pinned the number down. Somebody saying I'm so lonely right now. You see what I'm saying? Especially this cold weather. Somebody saying cold weather. All right. The telephone number is on the screen right now. I want to hear your own view. What do you think about it? How do you think they should cope? How will they cope? Is it by praying? Is it by praying? Should they be praying? Are they supposed to go for deliverance? Are they supposed to go for anointing service? Or how do you think they want to do it? How do you want them to do it? Are they supposed to go for therapy or what? So this particular lady. Hello? Hello? Oh, that person is gone. All right. Are they supposed to go for therapy? Are they supposed to go for deliverance? Or how are they supposed to cope? Now, he's talking about sugar daddy. The sugar daddy is not marrying them. The sugar daddy is only helping out. And the job description of the sugar daddy is to buy Gucci bag and all kinds of stuff. And then they give him what his wife is not giving him at home. But there is no covenant or there is no agreement of I'm marrying you inside of this contract. All right? You are free, I'm free, I'm only helping. That's the language. Let's speak this one. Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi, Novelle Coleman.
Okay, you want to connect? You want to contribute on the show?
Yes,
can you speak up? We're not hearing you properly, man.
Yes, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, we can hear you better now. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, so I'm listening to this topic, and I'm single, divorced long ago.
Okay.
Dated long ago, and I live by myself.
Okay.
I don't have dildos. I don't have any sort of sexual toys.
Okay.
And I know that may be rare from what I'm hearing from a lot of people. That may be rare.
Yeah.
But when you have an inner peace, you don't have to go to a pastor for deliverance. You don't have to do any of those things, but you have to have an inner peace with yourself.
Okay.
And for me, and this is just my take on it, I know what's most important to me.
Okay.
Is having a sugar daddy or someone slobbering all over my body every night and getting nothing from it, to me, is that satisfaction? No, I can do without it.
So how do you use your inner peace to control the urge of sex?
You see, there was a time that you've gone through hurt relationships.
Yeah.
You've gone through a lot of dissatisfactions, with relationships.
Yeah.
And you just have to have that personal connection with your creator.
Yeah.
And when you pray to him and when you are his child,
yeah,
and you're praying to him in sincerity,
yeah,
he will give you comfort in everything. Is not he the comforter? So
it will definitely kill the urge of sex, right? That you won't even have that urge anymore in your life.
Let me tell you. Okay. There are times, and that you will have that.
Okay.
There will times. It's not constant. And let me say, I don't say that. But you pray. You may want to touch yourself. You may think of, but is it to the fact that we have to do that all the time?
No, I'm not saying all the time. If you say you don't have a dildo, you don't touch yourself, you don't feel the urge of sex because you have inner peace, I just want to understand.
Yeah. For a very long time, and let me just say this, it does not even bother me.
Okay.
It just does not. Do I enjoy men? Do I talk to men? Yes. But until I find that man that suits and fits me, those urges to just be with someone and just having sex and giving up your body just for moments of pleasure does not do anything for me.
Okay, so what I want to understand and I want us to learn from it is that because of your personal relationship with God, there is a connection between you and God that created the inner peace and the self-control over sexual urge.
Yes, exactly.
So whenever you feel like having sex, you just go ahead and just pray, and God will just give you that peace, and your body will just be controlled, and everything will be fine.
It actually does.
That's good.
Because what's more important to me, and that's, it's not important for me to pick up the phone and call Joe over and just have sex for a moment and there's nothing else there.
Yeah. So that's where the inner peace when you're dating a sugar daddy is a kind of a conditional relationship.
Right.
A sugar daddy's relationship is more like you gain financial prosperity from him. Let me not say prosperity, a financial support from him. So he is taking your body and you are collecting his money. There is nothing like a contract of I'm going to marry you or I'm not marrying you there. For me, or to me personally, I really don't believe it's a good idea for anybody to sell their body for money.
Exactly.
I believe you should find a man that you can get married to, because for me, controlling sexual urge is more like you're damaging yourself.
Yes, you are. And that's what I hear when I hear people say that. They're damaging themselves. Why are we sleeping? Well, let me rephrase that. Why are they sleeping with people for financial anything? A Gucci bag, designer shoes. That is totally vanity to me.
So, because you've gone through a lot of terrible relationship in the past, you've been able to grow and to control yourself and say, you know what? I'm not going to make the kind of mistake I made in the past. I'm going to connect with God and take care of my urge and pray it out of me.
That is
Are you still willing to get married again?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Yes, I would love to get married again.
That's
good. Because again, that's, as an adult, that's just having that partner, someone there that you can love and trust is the ultimate, it's ultimately the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
But until I find that, until that person comes along, I am not just going to sell my body.
So how long have you been single now?
I'm sorry?
How long have you been single now?
Oh, wow. I have been single for, not even dating. I have been single for well over probably 10 years.
18 years?
10.
10 years,
Yeah.
oh, 10 years. And you'll be like around, you'll be like 45, 50?
I'm sorry?
I said you're going to be between 45 and 50?
I'm actually 57.
Oh, okay. Now, this is time for you to marry Jesus anyway.
No. Well,
You don't need any sex anymore. At this age, you're supposed to marry to Jesus.
Well, you see, I'm still young at heart.
Oh, yeah,
So,
you are.
I am. I'm still young at heart.
All right. No problem. I pray that the Lord will bring that handsome, young, tall, six-pack guy your way very soon.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for calling and contributing your own point tonight. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello. Can you turn your computer off, please? Hello. Can you turn your computer off, please? Oh, please, if anybody is calling, please turn whatever it is that you're using to listen to us, turn it off quickly, so that we'll be able to hear you properly. We don't want any sound coming into the phone. All right. So the telephone number is still there. 405-550-5135. At the age of 57, for some women, sex is not going to be a priority. Even some the married ones. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? You want to contribute on the show?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So I feel like I'm hearing something different from what's on the screen, but I was listening to the lady that was talking about just pray the whole thing out, and I'm like, that's a lie. Prayer is not going
so you think it's a lie? Prayer is not going to work?
It's not going to help the urges.
Wow.
You have to be realistic.
Okay.
Because I'm sort of in her shoes. I've been single for a long time. I've not had sex in like 6 years.
Wow.
And it's not a comfortable situation. It's not somewhere, a situation that you want to be in. But I think the question you ask yourself is, why? Why am I doing this? Why have I decided? Because for me, I have options of having sex with men. Whether they're married or not, I have the option.
Yeah.
For me, I just want to make sure that I'm having sex with someone that I'm in a relationship with or I'm married to, because that's what I want. Because when you're having sugar daddy, besides the fact that
there's a sugar behind the daddy, you know that, right?
And
sugar behind the daddy. Sugar daddy.
The problem with
you need to love that one. Don't you like sugar daddy?
No, I don't.
You mind is bringing sugar on the table?
The problem with sugar daddy is, fine, you get the money.
Yeah.
But you also get the disrespect that comes with it.
Okay.
Because you are diminishing yourself as a woman.
Mm.
And then on top of that, you have to think about the consequences. How does this decision affect other people as well?
Mm.
This is a man that is married, apparently has no or very little moral structure.
Mm.
And this is the man that you've decided to be with for the sake of money. Mm-hmm. It means that your moral compass as well is sort of broken. Wow. Those are things that you think about. It's not about, let me just pray to Jesus. And I'm not saying don't pray to Jesus.
Okay.
I'm a Christian too. But that's not going to help the situation. It's not. I'm just saying.
Okay. So we need to search for the right person, just get married and just start having sex.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
in the meantime, get busy.
How about if it's very difficult? It is difficult to find. Now, you have been single you've been single now, and it's been 6 years since the last time you had sex. How have you been able to control yourself and keep yourself going? Tell me the truth, or do you have some vibrators and dildos at home?
I actually don't.
You do or you don't?
I do masturbate. I'm a human being. Which can I go do?
Hey, believe.
But here's the I do keep myself busy.
Why don't you get a sugar daddy instead?
I don't want a sugar daddy.
No, a sugar daddy with a tiny little sugar. It's just tiny little sugar will come with it.
If it's about the money, I can make the money, and I.
Thank you, sister. You are talking. You are actually speaking sense tonight, and I already have it on my page that it doesn't matter how much sugar daddy could give you. You can make even more than that by yourself, instead of you diminishing yourself, disrespecting yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. So tell us a little bit more about self-control.
Self-control.
Yeah.
Sure. I go to the gym and I punch a bag.
You punch the bag.
I punch a bag.
Good. You're putting your anger into the bag. Like, I'm gonna punch you guys. All right, that's good. That's good. Thank you very much for calling on the show. God bless you.
All right, thanks.
All right. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello, madam.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon. You want to contribute?
Yes, sir. Yes, I want
to
contribute. So for me, I have been single going on 2 years. I'm divorced.
Okay.
I'm going on 2 years. I think the last time I had sex was 5 years. Should I say 5 years? 5 years ago.
Are you talking about real sex, or are you talking about masturbation and touching and dildo and everything?
See, that's why I call it. I don't masturbate.
Okay.
I don't have dildo.
Yeah. You don't have vibrator too?
I don't have it.
Okay.
Now, what keeps me busy?
Yeah.
Dr. Shola?
Yeah.
My business keeps me busy.
So, are you telling me that sometimes when you sleep at night, you don't have the urge for sex?
For real? No. I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
How old are you?
Before God and before.
How old are you? Can I ask how old are you?
I am 40, going to 41.
And no urge for sex?
No.
You need therapy.
You need therapy.
Why you
Sir, relax. The thing with sex for me is I've only slept with one man.
Yeah.
The only man I slept with was my ex.
Okay.
Sex for me started after I married him.
Okay.
And that was around 28, 30 years.
Yeah.
So I've never believed in sugar daddy.
How many children do you have?
I have 3 children.
Okay.
My youngest is 4 years.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
Yeah.
No sugar daddy, nothing.
I don't believe in sugar daddy. I've never believed in sugar daddy.
But sugar daddy is good with the sugar. There is a sugar behind it though.
Dr. Shola,
yeah?
I see women who go for sugar daddy as weaklings. I see them as cheap.
And you can actually make your sugar yourself.
Nigerian women, I don't want to generalize now, but they are lazy. They are lazy. Again, they are lazy. You can work hard and make your money. Pastor Shola?
Yeah.
Before I became an RN, I was a CNA.
Okay.
I was always trying to get 2 places, agencies. I couldn't do nursing home because, it is killing in nursing home. So I did agency. Mm-hmm. While doing with agency, I do business on eBay.
Okay.
While doing with eBay, I have 3 businesses in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So what it boils down to, when you're busy, you don't have time for that.
Are you planning to get married again later in the road?
Yes, I will, but I'm afraid for now because I have 2 little girls.
Okay. Then you want to first of all take care of them until...
Divorce is not easy.
Yes,
you don't want to jump out and jump in.
Yeah.
I want to take my time.
Wow. That's
yes.
good. That's
yes.
good.
So my advice is get busy with life.
Okay.
Find a side hustle. Find a trade to do. Find something to give you money. And if you have...
But what is wrong with me? What is wrong? Me, I'm busy. I have a business. I have an online show. When sometimes I sit down, I just feel like banking something.
Maybe it's you, sir. For me, I have not thought of sex. I have not dreamed of sex. I don't see sex.
Okay.
And it gives me fear because I was told that because I have 3 kids.
Yeah, it's possible after having children for you to lose that urge of sex like that. You need to see a therapist to be able to get the right medication and advice on what to do. But thank you for calling on the show.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, bye. Hello. Hello.
Sex.
Hello. Can you please turn your computer off? We're hearing the sound.
Okay.
Hi, Pastor Shola. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi. I've been paying attention to what everybody's saying, but here is my own piece. The thing is, when you've been badly hurt, especially if not just that you were in a long-term relationship, say you were in a marriage before and you were brutally abused, or probably you got married very, very early in life, say 18, 19 years old, due to some kind of a circumstance. And there is something that dies in you. And probably you try after a couple of years to relate with people, to have a relationship, not just marry, but start going out there. Maybe there's a pressure on you that you're quite young. You know, you married early and then you can try it again. And you get hurt, like badly broken. There's something it kills in you. It leaves that fear that sometimes you have to go through a series of therapy. You need a companionship. Sex is the last thing that comes to your mind. It's not about pretense. It's not like the urge doesn't come. But for me, the urge for companionship, true friendship, trust, somebody that I can trust, because I have been rejected, I have been betrayed. As a young kid, I got into marriage or into a serious relationship. I knew nothing else. That was my first. So I lived in fear. I was naive. So for me right now, all I need is a reorientation. Someone who can be stable. A companionship can make me feel wanted. Some kind of a stability. Then the sexual feelings can come in. But for me, sex doesn't come first. So when you say people that have a close relationship or they're in contact with male think you're lying or it's impossible, are you not human? What is wrong with your anatomy? There is nothing wrong. But when you have been hurt and betrayed, you've been used, like physically hurt, played for a fool. Almost, if you see a man, you will run.
Madam, you know, with that situation, you think there's nothing is wrong. There's a lot that is wrong. You need to go to therapy to be able to forgive and forget the past and get healed of all what has happened to you first before going into marriage. Because when you get into marriage, your husband is still going to complain because sex is not still going to be the number one on your list because you've reprogrammed your mind and your body to actually function this way. So the therapy will still be needed.
But what I'm trying to say is the coping mechanism. Some people think it's impossible for you to stay and not have that.
No, nobody's thinking it's impossible like that. But you know, for normal people who have been engaged in sexual relationship before, it's normal for them to have the urge, and you know, to control it, it depends on the person. Your ability, your capacity to control it, what you been through. If somebody was raped, if you are raped when you were young, it's gonna be easy for you to actually stay away from sex because sex is gonna be like a nightmare.
Not everyone.
Yeah, not everyone.
Some people actually, you know, do it a little bit more and they are loose with it.
Yeah, some people, not everybody, and that's why I say it's capacity and ability. You know, depends on you. How you train yourself, how you train your body to function. But if you have been careful about sex and you feel sex, you know, to you look like a nightmare.
To me, sex is spiritual. To me, sex is something that I have to connect with the person. I have to trust you in order to do that. Does the urge come?
Every woman is like that. All women are like that.
Yes.
Women don't just give up the cookie. They give up the cookie to someone they connect with.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, here is the honest truth.
Yeah.
Do I once in a while have the urge? Yes, I'm human. I'm not gonna tell you I don't. Oh, it's dead. I pray. Yes.
So how do you control the urge? Is it by praying or by you talking to yourself?
Yes, I have my spiritual side, but here's how I control the urge. How I control the urge is because it's number one. I have 2 jobs as a nurse. I am extremely busy. So, number two, what I normally do is I have to ask myself a question.
Mhm.
If it is about the sex, it wasn't even that fantastic when I was in a relationship, quite young. I didn't have,
Yeah.
because any sex that you will be hurt, physically brutalized, they beat you and sleep with you, it doesn't give you a good memory that sex is a good thing, right? So
Yeah.
I don't even have anything good to hang on to. It's like you tell yourself, this would definitely happen.
Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this before I let you go. There are some young ladies out there who are actually looking into having sugar daddies, and the sugar daddy is more towards the side of them benefiting financially and the sugar daddy benefiting sexually. What do you think about it?
I don't judge anybody. Everybody has their own way of venting, but here is my own standards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do it because of just the morality, The thing is, I feel like it's a complete waste of my time. Complete waste of my time just because I got into a relationship, like I said, quite early in my life. And some of them have gotten like good relationships, like dated a couple of people. I didn't get a chance as a teenager to do that, young adult. Mm-hmm. So to me, it has to be real. I'm not even talking about marriage. It's not like if I see marriage, if I see a man, I will not marry. But that's not the first thing in my mind. The first thing in my mind is good companionship.
All right.
Yes. So, and that leaves me even more vulnerable because I have not tasted true love. If I date a sugar daddy, I'm going to want to keep. I'm going to want to own. I cannot keep that sugar daddy rule. So it's better I stay away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
I'm somebody that I feel like I am empty, and until I get what I need to feel that emptiness, I don't want to do that. I can take care of myself. It's not about the money.
Thank you, madam.
I want good companionship.
Good. Thank you, man. God bless you. Thank you for your contribution.
I appreciate it.
All right. Telephone number is open right now. Whoa. All right, let's pick up this one. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, Dr. Shola.
Yes, hello, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Regarding this topic, I do have a few things to say.
Right.
Honestly, so much to talk about, so much to pour out there. But let me start by saying I have been single.
Yeah.
This will be my 11th year. And when I say single, I mean single to intimacy, single to sex.
Wow, 11th year.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember the date. It was June 11, 2012.
Yeah.
And that was my last relationship. Okay. It was a relationship of 5 months, by the way. It wasn't a relationship that led to marriage, but it was supposed to lead to marriage, but I left.
But banging was involved.
Oh, yes.
I'm just asking.
It was occasional.
Okay, all right.
Yes. But in the 2 years after that, I did, crave for that. I had the urge.
Yeah.
And I think because I was broken, devastated, I had the urge, but I couldn't deal with it. I mean, I still don't have it. I don't have a dildo. I don't have a vibrator. I just couldn't understand myself at that time. Oh. And that was the first few years, after I had left that relationship. But right now, I think I'm just dead to it. Okay. I have just concluded that this is how I am. This is how I'm going to be. I don't have that urge. I don't have that desire anymore. It's just dead in me.
It's dead in you.
Yes.
You have never seen a fine boy you like when you look at TV or probably walking on the street and you look at one fine boy like this and say, "Oh my God, this is a fine boy."
Dr. Shola, for me as a woman, I don't know if women are really moved by what they see. Yeah. I think for me, I'm moved by what I feel and how I feel towards the man.
Wow.
That's me. Of course, I do like a man that is easy on the eyes.
Yeah.
But that's not the first for me. I can't just be. I'm not attracted to a man because of the way he looks. I'm really more attracted to,
His
how he
intelligence.
communicates with
Yeah.
me,
How
his values,
intelligent
his
he is.
intelligence. Yeah,
Yeah.
things like that really
Yeah.
move me. But I've got to a stage. I think maybe I'm much older now. I'm in my mid 40s. I'm 46. I've
Okay.
never been married.
You're not the old
And-
person. You are still young.
I feel I'm so old. I don't even think about
No,
it
you're
anymore. Right
still
now,
very
what
young.
I'm thinking of is I'm planning for retirement.
All right.
I live here in Texas. I wouldn't want to remain here
Yeah.
alone, and probably end up in a nursing home. So I'm already thinking of a retirement plan for myself.
How many children do you have?
I don't have kids.
Okay, you don't. But in case you enter into a new relationship right now, you're willing to still try, right, to have a child of yours.
At 46?
Yes.
Come on, Dr.
You're still
Shola,
young. You're
women
still very
here
young.
at
You're
my
not an
age
old
are
person.
grandmothers.
You're still
Women
young.
here at my age are grandmothers. I don't
No,
even
come
have
on.
the energy
46 is
anymore.
still very young.
Well, I'll say thanks for giving me that hope, but I'm not there. I've left that thought process. Honestly,
You were only inside of a relationship for only 5 months.
Yes, 5 months, and before then, the only other relationship I had was in 2008, and that relationship was for less than a year.
Wow.
So those are the 2 relationships I've had in my adult life. That's relationships that I was intentional about.
Okay, have you been seeing men flocking around you lately?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Maybe because of the energy you put up. Maybe you feel like you're done and you're not supposed to be.
Maybe, because I really don't make any effort to socialize.
That's the point. Where do you live? Where do you live?
I live in Texas.
Where in Texas?
I live in West Texas.
Where is that? Give me the name.
I live in Lubbock.
Okay, why are you there? That's where white people live.
I work with the university. I work with Texas Tech University.
That's the problem right there. You need to start coming to where the black people, the Africans are. So they will see you. All right, you know what we do? Message me.
You live in Texas. You live in Houston. Where would I see a responsible?
Don't worry about that. There are responsible people. There are responsible people everywhere. There are responsible everywhere.
Where would I see one that doesn't have baggage? That doesn't have so much responsibility?
Don't worry about the baggage. We can empty the baggage. We will empty the baggage for you. Don't worry. So after the show, send me a message through WhatsApp to this number. Let's talk a little bit.
Okay, I'll send it to you. But honestly, I'm just contributing my.
I know. In honest truth, God sent me to you. So message me after the service, okay? After the show. Okay?
Okay, Dr. Shola.
All right, thank you. God bless you, my dear. Bye-bye.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
The telephone number is open for those who would love to call in. We are talking about the life of a sugar daddy in one's life. Is it good to take the sugar? Is it good to take the sugar? And some people have been sharing about they've been single for a long time without sex. I just want to know a little bit about that. Hello?
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 Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, this is Bami Daly from Chicago.
All right, you want to contribute on the show?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm in the predicament where, I'm single. I'm a single man as well.
Yeah.
Well, I would say I'm in like my late 30s, and I feel, even though I see, I visit a therapist regularly. I think that's what is important.
Yeah.
But I already know my identity, who I am in God, in His Word. So I don't really feel the urge to, have those things until if I find my spouse or my wife to be. I feel that's important. I don't know why people like to, live outside what the Bible is saying, because, like, once you join with somebody, when you're sharing your body with somebody, you're actually joining sort of like a union with that person.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody's asking that. Can you share your number, please? They love your voice.
Oh.
They love this voice. The name is Mary. The name of the person is Mary. I don't know. Probably God is sending Holy Mary to you. I don't know.
No.
You said no.
Well, I can, you can put it down there, or
okay, I can put it down. Mary, how old are you, Mary, and where are you? Mary, please let me know where you are and where are you. I have your number. Don't worry, my brother. Don't worry to mention it. I have your number here, and I'm actually writing it down right now. If Mary is actually willing to connect with you, I will let that happen for you expressly. Okay.
Okay.
So how do you, when you are in Christ, and do you sometimes get the urge for sex?
To be pretty honest, when I was younger, when I came out of high school back in Nigeria, I struggled with masturbation, and I studied. When I gave my life to Christ, I started studying the Bible with my Bible teacher, and through that, I kind of like learned that your identity is in Christ Jesus, and I didn't know that women struggle with masturbation. I always thought it was only men. To be honest, I always thought it was only men that struggle with it.
Not just only men. No, not just only men. Women too struggle with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I overcame it through just kind of like really studying this word and just studying the word, because the word is really, powerful, and just studying it and just understanding it and living by it is really what really helped me to really come through, and kind of like really turning off the garbage in my life, like certain things on TV or even internet. There's a lot of things out there that just kind of like really, that can really trigger a person's heart and mind, and you just really want to get out of that. So yeah.
Now, are you a Nigerian?
Yeah.
And are you willing to connect with a Nigerian? You want to marry a Nigerian later in the future?
Yeah, I can marry, but to be honest, I'm pretty open to marry just anybody.
Anybody.
It doesn't only have to be like
in as much as the will of God for you, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a Yoruba person. It can be from any tribe.
But you are Yoruba, right? You're Yoruba, right?
Yeah. But anybody from Africa, I'm open. I don't really, it doesn't have to be from native country.
Okay.
So
now, what will happen is this. Please message me after the show. Just send me a message that you spoke with me on the show, because there are so many people that are showing interest in your voice. I don't know why. Something is in your voice that they're actually showing interest in, and let's get their pictures and let's see if there can be connection between you and any of them. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, man. Thanks for contributing.
Okay.
Bye. All right. So, guys, we are talking right now about Shindara. You today there? Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't see you. I don't see you there. I go tell her more. All right. So let's pick this call. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, ma.
Good evening from over here, calling from England.
Good evening. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
You want to contribute?
Yeah, firstly, let me piggyback on the ladies that spoke in the past.
Okay.
There's different reasons why women come out to say, oh, I don't get the urge. Like you mentioned, abuse could be that you've been in a relationship that you've not been happy in.
Yeah.
When I broke up with my ex, I thought my life was over, and one of my excuses was because, maybe because I've had children, and when you have children, you don't get the urge, but that is very far from the truth.
Okay.
If you've experienced chemistry before, I don't know whether any prayer can help that kind of urge at all. So I'm in my space. I do go out on dates, and I have my toys, and I'm 47, and I have a very high urge. So
you're 47.
Yes.
Are you single?
I yeah, you could say that.
Don't let me say that. Are you single? Yes or no? Because this voice, some people are actually commenting on the voice already. They want to connect.
I'm actually single, but I do date. No, so I'm single actually.
Oh, but you date. Okay.
So because I'm not one to, because I was in a really bad relationship, so
Okay.
I'm one to really like, I need to find the right guy, find the right person. So
Yes.
yeah, I'm that one. But in the meantime, I've been to the doctor in the past where
Yeah.
I've actually complained about this high urge, and I was told, oh, people pray for that. To
Yeah,
have
people
that.
pray for that. Yeah, people pray for that.
I won't
You
pray
better keep
against
it.
that. No, I'm not going to pray against that. I mean,
No, don't pray
I have
against it.
I use my toys depending when I meet that person.
What kind of toys do you use? Can you mention some of them?
Well, I mean, the jackpot toy, and trust me, I don't get any commissions from anything, but I recommend to most people is called the Rose. It's called the Rose.
The
I'm
Rose.
sure a lot of
The Rose. I know that one. I know. So what do you buy from them?
It works magic. It works magic. So
Wow, the Rose. That's fine.
the Rose.
Guys, go and check out the Rose if you need it. And come back and
Yeah.
testify.
And come back and testify. Sometimes 10 seconds flat. It's all good. But yeah,
Wow.
it's really good. I wouldn't pray against anything like that. I mean, I'm not judging anyone. So ladies that maybe they've never really been in a relationship where they have actually connected with someone like that, or maybe they've been abused.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have an urge for somebody that you quarrel constantly, which is my own case.
Yeah.
So with my ex, it was all abuse and quarrel. I mean, that's a long time ago now. It's about 10 years plus.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
you know, when you're in that kind of relationship, you cannot be turned on by that kind of person. But when you meet someone that you have chemistry with, even if you don't have a high sexual urge, I think that you get excited. I work. I'm a single mom. I work full time.
Yeah.
I'm busy. Well, that doesn't stop me.
The urge is still full time too.
It is full time, and I always say to people, if you're into somebody that you connect with, there is no amount of, say you're tired, you will hang your leg in the air and it will happen. So it's really meeting the right person that you connect with on that level. I mean, that's just me. So yeah.
That's great. I really appreciate your openness, and I pray that the Lord will settle you.
Of course.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
No worries. Have a good day. Thank you.
Bye. All right. I love it when people are so very straightforward, sincere. Like all of these ladies that have been calling today, they've been giving it to me hot. All right. Somebody else is calling again. Let's check this out. Hello.
Hello, Papa.
Yes, hello, ma.
I want to contribute to the show.
Go ahead and contribute.
Yeah, so I think 38.
Can you speak up? I want people to listen, to hear you.
Okay, I'm 38 and I've been single for the past, I think, 6 years.
You are 35 and be single for 6 years.
I'm 38 now.
38. Okay, so you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. 6 years, no sex.
No sex.
Yeah.
One of sex. What I want to say about the sugar daddy thing is they come. You see them come. There's this particular one that always came and said, "Oh, I want to take care of you."
Sugar daddies have been coming to you, right?
Yes.
Good.
I want to take care of you. I want to set you up. Don't worry. I should be on to go into real estate. I'll give you the money to start it. And I'm like, you have a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Taking me in. What's going to happen to the family, the beautiful family you have?
Yeah.
It's doing something. You're trying to destroy that beautiful family. Because me, I want my own.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, if you have me, how do you want to do it? Because in the night, I can call you at any time that I want you. So what's
You're not supposed to call sugar daddy at night.
That's why I can't have a sugar daddy.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying it's not going to
Allah anu ni sugar daddy. Sugar daddy you can say husband.
It's not going to work. It's just wasting my time.
It seems your network is not good. It's breaking up.
Okay, so at the end of the day, can you hear me?
I can hear you properly now.
At the end of the day, it just looks like he's wasting my time. And at the end of the day, the one that you're supposed to get connected with, you will lose the opportunity because you were wasting your time with the so-called sugar daddy, which is not going to settle down with you. So why not hold on? Yes, there are times that you feel the urge. May I use my hands, my body? I don't need dildo because I feel
You
dildo is gonna.
you use your own hand for yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't need the dildo because I feel it's not the original. So
Yeah.
I do my thing myself.
And you don't want to train your body in a wrong way.
Yeah. So I take care of the little I can and keep myself busy. And at the end of the day, what the sugar daddy will give you, I have more than that. So what am I looking for a sugar daddy for?
Wow.
So that's my contribution.
Thank you. Thank you for your openness, my sister. God bless you.
Yeah.
All right. You know, this sister just said that she will use her own hand to take care of business. She will just be the DJ. Chop, 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 walk, chop, walk, chop, walk. Easy. Chop, 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 walk. You know, it's so easy for you to use your hand. And, you know, and the money, the sugar daddy is bringing, you can make that money by yourself. You don't need the sugar daddy to bring it. All right. Some people need sugar daddy because they are lazy, they don't have a job, they don't have money coming in for them. So they always need the sugar daddy to come in to support, to become Allah and all kinds of stuff. But this lady is like, you know what? I can make the sugar myself. I can make the sugar myself. I don't need anybody to be sugar daddy around me. And they've been coming and stuff like that. So we're still expecting people to call in. There's somebody that's been calling, but you know, there's no way I could pick two calls, you know, at the same time. At the same time, you know, men need sugar. Some of the men say they need sugar mommy too. Some of the men say they need sugar mommy, and some of our ladies out there are sugar mommies for some young boys. Hello.
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 How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Are you?
I'm good.
All right. You want to contribute on the show?
Yes.
All right. Are you trying to form like a little girl or you are a little girl?
No.
You're only trying to disguise your voice, right? You don't want somebody to catch you. All right. What do you want to contribute? She's gone. All right. We're going to wait for you to call back. We're gonna wait for you to call back. She didn't want her husband to catch her that she's the one calling. Hello, how are you? Can I contribute to the show? Yes. Come back here. Come back here. Make sure you come back. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for your phone to come back. Don't run away. Make sure you come back. Make sure you come back. Don't run away. All right, guys. So we're talking about people. I mean, this young lady asked me, is it a crime? Is it a sin to have a sugar daddy? Somebody that is helping you. Somebody, oh my God, Instagram, I got 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. I will start a new video for you guys. Please just bear with me. They removed my 3 hours privilege to broadcast. But see, we will have to just do it like that. By the time it ends, I will start a new video for you guys. All right. Hello? Hello?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. And you want to contribute on the show?
I do.
Right.
So I follow you.
Yeah.
I enjoy your platform. It makes me laugh a lot.
Thank you very much.
The question of should one have a sugar daddy?
Yeah.
I would want to use someone.
Okay.
Would you want to be used?
Okay.
Because the essence of sugar, anything, say you are sweetening my pot, but what am I giving to you?
Money.
Well, that's what the sugar daddy gives to the person.
Yeah.
But the person just receives.
Yeah.
What are they giving the sugar daddy other than maybe being an arm candy?
They're giving the vagina to the sugar daddy.
Not all of them do that. Some of them just take money and run.
Oh, really?
Some of them just have somebody there that likes them, that is kind and generous.
Okay.
And so if you are taking money and giving your private parts, whether be it male or female,
Yeah.
does that do the same as a prostitute?
Yeah, because there is the exchange of money.
Right. You're giving your body parts for money, and that is the definition of prostitution.
Of course.
Right?
That's a sophisticated prostitute.
Right. So why would you reduce yourself to prostitution? I mean, that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
First, and I'm not going to go biblical, but the Bible tells us that sex is supposed to be contained within a marriage relationship.
Yeah.
And as for women, it tells us that a man who finds a wife should find a good thing.
Okay.
So how would somebody's good thing if you are looking to sugar your pot and giving your booty to somebody?
Yeah.
In exchange to being sugared.
Yeah.
What woman would want a man that is collecting money from another person and using them?
Okay.
Why would you want to be engaged in a relationship with someone with the mentality?
Let me try and kind of like break it down to you a little bit more, because I wanted to educate our young people that are listening the way you're going. Now, I believe a lot of our women that are married today, and I want you to listen to me carefully, madam. A lot of our women that are married today are probably before they accepted Jesus into their lives. When they were in college, they did something they call aristo. Aristo is something that young ladies do when they're in school. Their parents are not able to give them the kind of money that is needed for them to survive in school. And they want to dress up like every other person. They want to have the same thing other people are having. So they do something they call aristo. Many of these your women that you see today that are born again, carrying Bible today, if they are going to open up to us for real, many of them engage aristo, sleeping with another person's husband for money when they were in school, in college.
Yes, they entertain older men.
Yes, ma'am.
And
yes, ma'am.
take care of them as their young madams.
Yes, ma'am. So now when they now got born again after some time, now everyone is now preaching against that they did. They themselves, they were part of it. They did it when they were younger. They already took advantage of that money to send themselves to college and to buy good things and to get themselves to where they are. But right now, we are now preaching against aristo at the moment. So how do you balance that up, man?
Okay, so when we are young, even the Bible tells us that young people do foolish things.
Yeah.
And that's why young people need, the Bible tells us that older women should help to encourage younger women and to guide. Same with the older men, you are guide the young men in wisdom. Because young people, many people, their brains don't develop until a certain time.
I know.
And they do a lot of foolish things, which none of us should hold against them, because the Bible, the Quran, every one of it says that we have all sinned. All of us have done things that we are ashamed of, or unpleasing to God Himself.
Yes.
So, and even those who believe that they are righteous, their righteousness is as filthy rags, as dirty as anything. A sin is a sin is a sin. Whether you lie or whether you have sex outside of marriage, a sin is a sin.
Yeah.
There's only a few. Blasphemy is one of the deadly sins, so to speak. But all sins are sin. So nobody should say my sin is lesser than your sin.
Yeah.
So the girls that felt it necessary in their youth to engage in arista should not be looked upon now that they're older as, oh my gosh, look what you did, or that's not it. But older women, I'm an older person.
Yeah.
I'm a mature person.
Yeah.
My duty is to help the younger people.
And let me put you on the spot. Real quick. Have you ever shared your past with the young ladies of today before, the mistake you made in the past? Or you were just using the Bible as an example?
All the time.
Very good. Very good.
Because I believe that a lot of young people walk around in deep condemnation. I believe us mature people condemn the young people
Yeah.
and try to hold them to a higher standard than we held ourselves.
Yes.
Fully well that we did a lot of trash.
And we did not tell them. Sometimes we correct the young ones without telling them the mistake we made in the past.
And sometimes we correct them harshly. And it looks as though we are perfect.
Yes.
Because now seeing us while we are mature.
Mm-hmm.
But they also need to know that we were one young.
We did foolish things, yeah.
And we did a lot of madness.
And because we did foolish things when we were younger, we are now here to help them not to fall into the same error.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, you know, yes, you are young and you are pretty and your body is perfect.
Yeah.
But, you know, every time what young people, men and women, don't understand, every single time you have sex with someone, you are taking of them for the rest of your life.
That's true. That's true.
And when you take a piece of them, and if they are demonic, you are bringing demons.
Yeah, there's a transfer. It's a spiritual thing. There's a transfer. Yeah. Every time there's a transfer.
And it's very severe. Yeah. It can change the whole personality. Mm-hmm. It can change your, you know, some women are not having children, not because they are unable to, but because of the demons that are within them. Yeah. All the spirits that they have acquired. They have early abortions because those spirits are kicking them out. So you have to be very, very mindful of who you're going with.
Yeah. How do you before you go? How do you advise our parents? Because you see that majority of the young ladies out there right now, they're on social media twerking, removing clothes and being naked on social media to get views, and every view they get is money. And they are the ones sponsoring their parents at home. So it's difficult for parents to even educate those young ladies. What kind of advice can you give to, parents, mommies and daddies out there who are actually not that, privileged to have a lot of money to train their children?
Well, I was fortunate. My dad is Yoruba, and he's deceased, but my dad loved me. And he always told me I was his princess. Okay. And so he always talked to me in a very real manner about everything. Yeah. He would say, my princess, this is what a man wants from you. This is why he wants it. But if you give that to him, you are degrading yourself. So I would say to parents, you need to speak to your kids from the time they are young.
Yeah.
Don't hide your own past from them. Let them know your struggles. Yeah. Let them know your errors. Yeah. Let them know that you have fallen short. Yeah. And the person they see today is not the person that always was.
Yeah.
That you had to mature and develop.
Yeah.
You also need to teach your children to be content in any state they find themselves.
Yeah.
You need to let them know that what they're experiencing today is not going to last
forever.
And you may be in a state of poverty and not having enough in your own eyes or in your friends' eyes, but it is enough.
Yeah, if you give enough, you can give what you have to your kids and they will still be okay.
Right.
But sometimes
you have to form their mind that is enough. That they don't need to be like their neighbors. The grass is not greener. You don't know if that's artificial turf over there.
Yeah, it's the social media. The social media is messing a lot of things up these days.
Yeah.
All of these audio money, people living fake life and all that, it's messing up the mind of our young people. Every young lady wants to drive a Range Rover in college. And to get that means they must sleep with one senator or one governor or the other. And like you said, you are only selling your body and you are actually receiving a kind of a covenant that is not going to be a benefit to you later down the road. And it's just difficult for you to communicate with the young people today. And I think we parents must do a good job by training them the way you have said it. Talk to them, make them feel the love from home. Don't let them search for the love outside. If you tell your child, I love you, you are the most beautiful thing in the whole wide world, they're going to believe it. And that's what they're going to actually stick to the rest of their lives. You know, even the society will not have the opportunity of changing them at all. Wow. Thank you very much for calling. And God bless you, ma.
If you tell it to them daily,
All right.
and stop giving these little kids cell phones and this and this and that, because you're only setting them up.
Yeah.
You know, let them mature as their age. Don't try to make them bigger than they are.
Let them live a natural life. Let them go naturally. Yeah.
And don't force them into maturity.
That's it.
Things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because mature them fast. When they turn 17, they're going to want to be 34.
I know.
When they're 25, they're going to want to be 50.
I know. Thank you. Wow. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful contribution tonight. Thank you very much for calling on the show.
Blessings.
All right. Bye. Wow, that's great. That's a good contribution out there. All right. So we are still talking about this sugar daddy thing, and I think you guys will understand that it's very good when you have a sugar daddy giving you money. They give you money, they buy you a Range Rover, they buy you a house, they give you an apartment, they pay your school fees and all kinds of stuff. But it's a ridicule. You would think that you're enjoying. You would think that you're making money. You would think like, oh, everything is all right. You see, a lot of all these sugar daddies, probably they're using you. You don't even know. Let's even leave the issue of them just taking your body alone. Some of them, they are ritualists. And the people they use these days, they don't die no more. They don't die anymore. It's just for them to sleep with you, and that's going to be the end of it. And that's why we need to actually train our children in the way of the Lord. I understand that prayer is not going to kill the urge of sex. It's possible for you to kill it. It's possible for you not to kill it. You know, people with different opinions anyway. So, for me, I believe we have to be intentional. You have to understand it. Like I use myself as an example all the time. I'm a man. All right. When I go out, I have two eyes. I see beautiful women all the time. You know, the beautiful women come for counseling all the time. The opportunity is there, or was there for me to actually go in with any one of them. All right. I want to talk to any one of them. I say, you know what? I think I like you. I want to date you. But most of the time, I always think in my head that, you know what? This is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. So I caution myself. I carry that pain. I carry the pain back to my house. I carry that pain into my couch, and I lie on the couch and I tell myself it is well. Let's make this call. Hello?
Hello, Dr. Shola.
Yes, hello, ma.
No, this is a boy, not a woman.
Oh, is it a man?
Yeah, this is Abel.
All right. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm the first caller on your program.
Okay.
So I've been listening. I didn't really have something to say, but I want to say thank you for the platform you give to people to say things they really want to say without judgments.
Yeah.
And that's great. I've learned a lot joining in today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, like the last call I was talking about, I think most parents are not ready for, they weren't ready when they had children. So
yeah,
that's kind of a big problem.
The problem is a big problem right there.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. I learned so much
today.
Have a
beautiful day. Bye.
You too.
Mm-hmm. You know, as I was saying, so I take my pain back to the house. You know, I keep myself away. It's easy. You know, praying to God doesn't mean that your penis is not gonna actually, feel the urge. You know, you see a woman as a man, all you need is just to see. When you see a well put together woman, when you see, oh well, Tosin, how you doing, my dear? When you see, we gotta talk. Please send me a message, Tosin, please. Thank you. All right. When you see a well put together woman, a very, beautiful woman, you're gonna feel it, and that's where the self-control comes into it. I always tell people the self-control can be developed in the flesh. You must have the Holy Spirit in you to develop self-control. Self-control is not easy. All of these men that you see that are banging people all around the place and they are ridiculing themselves and all kinds of stuff everywhere and stuff, it's not easy. It's not a joke. It's not easy for women. It's not easy for men. It's not easy for women. It's not easy for men. All right? Barely looking at women these days, you'll never believe it. All right? The connection is going to be there. I'm telling you, for a man, you know, some of the men don't even mind. They just go for anything in skirt. Some, they're classy. They just look for a classy woman. They go there. All right. Some people, I don't know. The moment the urge is there, they don't even care. They just want to put it into something, and that's it. So the self-control is difficult to be activated in the flesh. It's difficult to be activated in the flesh. You must have the Holy Spirit in you to activate self-control. To walk away from something sweet is not easy. You never believe it. I love food. When I see food, my body shakes. All right? I get intimate with my food. All right? I look at my food, I talk to my food. You know, I just talk to my food like I'm talking to a woman. But when I started having health issues, and they told me you got to go on diet, actually, I have to be intentional about it. I have to tell myself, you know what? Good. The food is good. You love the food, but can't eat it because you don't want to die now. So I always tell myself, okay, we're going to have to stay away from food. We can't eat it. We just have to stay away from it and stuff. I make love to food. I don't just eat food. I make love to food. I love food. I adore food. I worship food. Anywhere I see food, man, I become glad. I am happy when I see food. All right? So, but too much of food is not good for me. So I must actually go and activate the self-control. And the self-control came when they told me you're going to die. I had to be intentional. I told myself, you don't want to die. You got to stay away from food. And I did. All right? I did. I eat one time in a day. One time in a day, I'm done now. All right? So I'm happy God is taking control. Even though sometimes we come there, I just look at food like this, I'm like, huh? My God. And God bless me with a wife who knows how to cook, who is always cooking all the time. And, you know, food is not going to be a problem at all. You know, not going to be a problem at all. And the issue is just that you as a woman, you need to understand this. I understand so many of our women today are single, living alone by themselves. It's not easy to be alone if you have tasted sexual relationship. Some people believe that they will pray it out and it's working for them. I appreciate that. Some people believe that it's happening and I got to use my hand as a DJ and I go chawa, chawa easy and it will come and I'll be cool. You know, they believe in that. That's fine. All right. And all kinds of stuff. You know, people do engage me about masturbation. Bible did not talk about masturbation at all. He only spoke about put your seed on the ground and all kinds of stuff. But I know one thing, that if you're masturbating, you're going to have a picture of a woman in your brain. And most of the time, the woman you have in your brain are women that you can never get. All right. To actually stimulate you and get you to where you want to get to. All right. I understand that because the Bible now says that if you have thought about it, you have done it. So the sin is in your imagination, all right? And that's just the issue. So I believe that every one of us, we have to go in to search for it. I don't believe that it's a wrong thing to search for a man if you want one. I don't believe that it's a wrong thing to search for a wife if you want one. All right? When you want it, you search for it. Take your time to build a relationship, build a friendship until you get to know them, and then you can go into it and be happy. Every one of us, we need companion. I'm not going to lie to you. Every one of us will need companion. All right? Yes, masturbation becomes a sin the moment you imagine it. If you imagine it, it becomes a sin right there. So, but I just feel like God will help us. God will help us, will help every one of us. Let me not lie to you guys. Every one of us, we are actually coming short of the glory of God all the time. All the time. We come short of the glory of God all the time. There is no one that is perfect. There is no one that is holy. It's all by the grace and the mercy of God. All right. I'll see people. Let's take this call. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello. How are you doing?
Good, and yourself?
All right. Do you want to contribute on the show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Excuse me, what did you say?
I said, go ahead.
Okay. I like you're funny and stuff like that. And yeah.
We're listening. Can you just speak up a little more, please?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Can you repeat yourself, please? Okay, guys. So we need to be very careful. Let's be very careful how we actually handle stuff. You know, that lady who asked the question, is this a sin? Is it a sin to have a sugar daddy? I will tell you that it is a sin to have a sugar daddy. You are not married to that person, and that person is a sugar daddy who is married to another woman. You must not and cannot be the source of pain. You must not be the source of bitterness for another woman just like yourself. You don't want it because you will not like it if another woman is sleeping with your own man. You must run away from it. Don't allow it to happen. Don't let it come from you. Don't destroy another person's marriage. All right? You don't want to destroy another person's marriage at all. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Anybody who is calling me and you don't want to use your phone, you're actually using unknown, I'm sorry. I'm not going to pick it up. If it's unknown, I want the number to show. Please show your number if you're calling and stuff. So you don't want to be that person that will destroy another person's relationship. You don't want to be that person. All right? You want to stay away from another person's partner and go and find your own. I want to promise you there are so many single men out there, so many single women out there that you can actually go to and you can go and get settled down, get married, get to know them. Get to know them. All right? Don't let it come from you that another woman will be in pain. Don't let it come from you that another woman will feel like committing suicide. Don't let it come from you like another woman will walk away from that relationship after being pushed out and they will feel like killing themselves. Let it not come from you. All right? Stay clear and focus on your life. Secondly, there is no amount of sugar that a daddy will give to you that you cannot make by yourself. All you need is just to get a job. Struggle to finish college, write a resume, and then send it out there and start getting a job, and you will find out that the offer they give to you is much more than what the sugar daddy can give. The sugar daddy is not thinking of anything good towards you. The sugar daddy will only use you, can't keep you. You cannot get pregnant for a sugar daddy. Is never going to take it. It's never going to take it. Your life is going to be miserable after a while. You're going to take a Range Rover. You're going to collect a flat, well-furnished flat. All right? You're going to have all of that stuff. Let me pick this up. Hello?
Hi, Dr. Shola. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. You want to contribute?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Have a sugar daddy is a sin, and it's even a terrible sin.
It's not a terrible sin. Sin is sin, my sister. Sin is sin.
Okay. I remember when I was 17,
yeah.
I used to have this elder sister. We used to call them Egbon Adugo then.
Egbon Agbaya.
And Egbon Adugo.
Yeah.
And if you are used to this Ibadan thing,
yeah.
She stays around that Bodija estate.
Okay.
She's this happening babe then. She was driving this Shalake, this Sokin, so Honda.
Yeah, Honda Shalake.
I remember this elder sister, this Auntie Adugo.
Mm-hmm.
She was dating over 7 married men. And you just see everybody paying bills. This one will come, buy bottle water. This one will come, do this one. This one will just doing everything. Yeah. And I remember then I was 17.
Mm.
And as at that 17 that I was then, I used to think that was just the best life.
Mm.
Not until she was admitted in the UCH and they said she did an abortion. And then they said one of the wives a lot of spiritual issue then.
Yeah.
Do you know that auntie, she's my friend on Facebook.
Okay.
She's over 50 now.
Yeah.
She's not married.
Mm-hmm.
She just have a son.
Yeah.
And if you see her now, she now owns a select church.
Wow. So now,
each time I see her profile picture, I see her program going on in Stele, I'll just imagine that, this lady has done a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot.
And ever since then, I've had that as fear that dating a married man or even having a sugar daddy, it's a sin. But I really do not know what happened because now I'm not married.
Okay.
I'm single.
Yeah.
And I'm a fashion designer.
Yeah.
But that thing that I've seen then, even if it's even a matured guy that will just say hi, I'll just look at him. This one is a sugar daddy. Me, I don't want to. That thing has put that fear in me.
Okay.
That even if it's even just maybe a divorcee or maybe a mature single guy, I still have that mental issue of this is a sugar daddy.
Yeah.
And that thing has really affected my brain.
Yeah.
That even if I have a relationship now, I still have that fear of I just hope he's not somebody's husband. Yeah. And I just hope I'm not in somebody's husband. So I don't know how I can remove that thing from my brain.
It's very, very simple, my sister. Number one is that I always tell people this: it's not about deliverance. It's not about this going to church for deliverance. It's about you going for counseling, and then from counseling, therapy will help you. Number two is that, let me ask you this: tell me about your social life.
As a fashion designer, I go out a lot. Okay. I meet people a lot. Okay. But maybe because I had this heartbreak at 22. Yeah. And ever since that thing, I'm just so scared. Very, very.
So there is this kind of energy around you, as in like, don't come near me kind of energy.
I can stay in my house. After work, I'll just be in my house, just me alone.
Yeah. I'm asking you right now, what kind of energy do you carry when you go out? Is this energy as in like, don't come near me kind of energy?
It's good vibes. People would just like to meet me. People would like say, I just want to meet this girl. Who is she?
Yeah.
Well, that's fear.
So when the guys come to you like that, how do you respond to them?
I don't used to have a single guys coming to me.
So you have married men coming to you?
The married men.
Where do you go? Where do you go to?
I go to parties. I attend events.
What kind of parties do you go to? That's what I'm asking. If you go to parties where the old people go to. Yes, ma'am.
No, wedding, birthday.
Yeah.
Maybe a surprise birthday.
Okay.
A wedding. As a fashion designer, I sew mostly for female.
Okay.
And it's of this younger generation.
Very good. How is your own fashion, your own dressing? How does it look like?
Perfect. It's just like Sissy now. The normal.
Yeah. Well, number one, the first thing that attracts a man to you, the first thing that attracts a man to you is your style. The way you look, your fashion, your face, your stature. Your stature, very, very important. You know, nowadays, a lot of people don't understand what it means by having a very good stature. People go to the gym. People lose weight. People, they become fit. So when they be fit, that's the first thing, your smell, your physical appearance, your facial appearance, your dressing, very, very important. Your smell, very, very important. It will invite people to you. And when they come to you, you accept them and you redirect them to your inside. And your inside is what is actually going to make them to stay.
Dr. Shola.
Yes, ma'am.
I am tall, not too tall. I think 5.6, I don't know. Yeah. And I'm this kind of very, very, very good girl.
Okay.
I really do not know why I'm not having it, why I'm not getting it. I'm attractive.
Yeah.
But maybe because I had that heartbreak at 22,
yeah.
and maybe because I worked with.
I asked you. I said, what kind of energy do you carry? You say, oh, everybody wants to meet me. If you have a heartbreak in the past, and that heartbreak is still affecting you, it will affect your communication skill. It will affect the way you relate with people, man. That was what I'm asking you about. It's gonna. You see, like, let me tell you this. You see, when people go to parties, when you go to parties and you sit down, and the guy is looking at you, and the guy is just admiring you. A woman will look at the man and say, "What? Why are you looking at me now? You know what before? You know what before?" So they quickly block. The guy that is actually looking at you, trying to admire you, you quickly react. All right? You know why they react? They reacted like that because they do not feel good about themselves. They believe that that guy is looking at them to make fun of them. Are you getting the point, my sister? Now, let's take it out of this show. Message me after the show, okay? I want to see if we can get a kind of a connection for you. And God will help us to do that.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Where are you based in Nigeria?
Yes.
Where are you based?
Staying at Ogudu.
Ogudu. Oh, it's Lagos. Okay. Don't worry about that. Message me and then I'll respond to it.
Okay, sir. Thank
you
so much.
All right. So many of us, we don't understand that we carry burdens. And when we carry it, the way you respond to people will dictate how people will relate with you. Some women will just kick you out based on their reaction. The very first reaction will just make you to just say, you know what? I'm not here. Let me just go. I'll just be gone. All right? So we need to be fixed. We all need to be fixed and actually get the right mindset and be free in our minds. Another thing is this. Nobody can hold you down. You don't have any respect for nothing. It will be difficult for you to find a man. I'm not going to lie to you. It will be difficult for you to find a man. And you are not seeing it as a sickness. You're not seeing it as a negative yet. You believe we obey, and you cannot control that baby. And you think you're going to get a guy with that? No, you won't. Guys are always running away from anybody that talks a lot. Men will run away from such a kind of a woman. As a woman, you have to understand your character is very important. That character is very, very important when you want to find somebody. If you are the kind of person you talk too much, you can't keep your mouth shut. When they talk to you, you talk. It's not good. No, it's not good. And that's going to actually prevent you from finding the right person for your life. Now, tonight, a lot of people, you guys have opened up a lot tonight. And I think we should do more of these so that it's a therapy. Every time we call in and we talk about ourselves, that's therapy. And you're going to see that some of these women will go to sleep well tonight. They will sleep well tonight because they have been able to voice out what is on the inside. What's on the inside. It's a good thing for us to talk and voice out what's on the inside. All right. And I believe that some of you guys, you've been blessed tonight. You've been able to get one thing or the other. And I've been funny. I've been cracking jokes and all that kind of stuff and everything. But I wanted to just listen carefully that, the issue is that you need to take care of your heart. When they break your heart constantly, as a woman, when your heart is broken constantly, it's difficult to mend it. And you cannot mend it. You are going to remain bitter the rest of your life. You don't want that to happen to you. You want to guide your heart. You don't want to just throw your heart everywhere. You want to guide it. Okay? You want to guide this heart. Cherish it. All right? Protect it. Don't just let anybody just have access to your heart. Don't let anybody just have access to your heart. All right? Don't let anybody even have access to your body. Is it with a woman, whenever you have sex with a woman, it's like, and you run away, it's like you have stolen something. They get so angry And they get so angry like you have stolen something away from them. And you women supposed to learn from this. Think about how you feel when they take advantage of your body and they run away. You don't feel good. Don't fall into it the next time. Don't let it happen the next time. And to our parents out there, let us understand it. You have gone through these same things in your life. You don't want your daughters to go through the same heartbreaks and bitterness and pain and crying that you went through. It's good for children to fall into error to learn. Because when you fall into error, that's when you learn. But if we have mentors will be able to mentor us through that. The mistake they're going to make in their life is not going to be as much as the ones that you went through. I remember my dad, I went to my mom. I saw a pack of Durex inside of it because my mom used to own a pharmacy. So I saw Durex. There's this guy that always come to buy Durex in our shop, and I will sell it to him. I collect the money and stuff. So one day I asked myself, what is this? So I asked the young man, he didn't tell me, he said, ask your mom. So I took it to mommy. I said, mommy, what is this? And my mom said, go and ask daddy. So I believe all of them were pushing me to, one person or the other because they didn't want to tell me what it was. I was probably like 13 years old. So I took it to my dad that morning, and my dad told me it's a shaving blade or shaving cream that he used to shave. So I was glad. I said, oh, thank you. Finally, somebody got to answer my question. So I took it back to the store. I put it back there. And I was believing that this is a shaving cream. They use it to shave. All right? So, and this guy that is always coming to buy it doesn't have anything, no beer, no nothing. And I was like, why would this guy be shaving? What is he shaving? And young people, young kids, we are very curious. We want to know some things. I was just wondering, this man that is always buying Durex, he cannot get beer. What's he shaving? What exactly is he shaving? Or maybe somebody is sending him to buy it or something. So one day, myself and my brother, we now decided we had to know what is inside the radio. So we had to open the package, and we brought out the condom, and it was the balloon. And to a young boy like me, it makes a lot of sense that this is balloon. They are only hiding it away because me, I love to blow balloon and stuff like that. And the time we opened it up was actually Christmas Eve. My dad and my mom, they traveled to Oyo town to go and see some people, so they were not home. So we took a bunch of the Durex and we inflated it and we hung it all around the living room. And my mouth was so greasy, my hands greasy from blowing the balloon and all kinds of stuff. And we were so happy and excited that when they come back, they're going to be happy with us that we have succeeded in decorating the whole house for Christmas tomorrow. And luckily, when they got back, they didn't bring anybody. They walked in by themselves. And my mom almost passed out. And my dad was so angry that he beat the hell out of the two of us. And he almost killed me because I was the one that initiated this after I've been told that this thing is a shaving cream. And I don't think it's my fault. That wasn't my fault. That was his own fault. I won't tell my own kid. I won't answer that question like that. I will tell my kids that this stuff is called Durex. They use it to have sex, and it's actually for married women and men who are married. And let my kid go and understand that and keep it somewhere and understand. I was beaten for something that I wasn't supposed to be beaten for. He should be beat up. My dad's supposed to be given the beating of his life for not telling the truth. I was 13. I wasn't that young anymore. I was supposed to learn sex education at that age. They're supposed to have given me that sex education at that age for me to know. They beat me up. I was beat up for something that wasn't my fault. I didn't have the understanding of what it was. And I was so curious about it that I had to open it up. I found out it was balloon. And now, after beating me up, they did not explain what I've done to me. They didn't sit me down and say, this thing is not balloon. This thing is Durex, it's a condom. They use it for sex. They did not. My mom, my dad, none of them shared it with me. I just found out they beat me up. So when they beat me up, I was thinking probably I wasted their money. Maybe it was their money that they're angry about. They did not tell me this is this stuff. They didn't tell me. And the beating is still paining me till today. I can still feel the pain on my back as the man was using this shoe. He was using the cocoa of the shoe to beat my head. I was beating my back, beat everywhere on my body. I was like, in my pain, I was asking myself, over Baloo? You're beating me over Baloo, only Blomlo alone. Over this Blomlo, you beat me? That was abuse. I was abused. I was supposed to call 911, but I couldn't because they had no 911 in those days. Just over Baloo, I was asking myself, this is just only Baloo, and you beat me like this over Blomlo? They did not explain to me that this is not Blomlo, this is not Blomlo. and it wasn't my fault. I was just looking for answers. I was looking for answers and I got beat up. They didn't tell me. They didn't tell me exactly what it was. All right. And even to today, my mom and dad didn't tell me. I got to learn that stuff outside. They taught me that stuff outside. It was not supposed to be. All right. So we as parents, we must actually train our children. Tell them what they need to know about sexual relationship. And tell them to get away from it. Because if you don't tell them they need to get away from it, you will never believe it that that's exactly what they're going to go for. That's what they're going to go for. And they will actually dig into it until they find out what it's for. And they will actually fall into that error and may not be able to come back. I didn't know it was not ordinary blow. But I was like, this must be crazy. They beat me up. My dad beat the hell out of me, They beat the hell out of me. They didn't tell me what it is. And I really don't think I should be beat up. I think they should sit me down and tell me that this stuff you did is actually not good. And I'm sorry I lied to you. And I know because you are looking for the truth, that's why you open it up. I would have said, yes, sir. You are the one that confused me, sir. And you should say sorry. You should apologize, for that fact. But, you messed me up, man. And it's still paining me. I feel like crying right now. Tell me, I feel like crying right now. That guy beat the hell out of me. I've never been beat up like that before in my whole life. And I really don't think I'll beat my kids like that. Never. Never. I'll never beat my kid like that. I was beat up over blow, over condom. Condom that I didn't use. That I just use it to decorate the house. I used to decorate the whole house. We use sellotape to gum it to the whole place. And the whole place looked beautiful. For real. You guys need to see the house. It was so beautiful. But it was greasy. It was greasy. It was so greasy. My whole mouth was full of grease and stuff and everything. But the whole house was really beautiful. Durex was different colors and purple, green, white, black, all kinds of colors. We just hanged it all around the place. I put one in the middle of the ceiling fan, that the fan was spinning like this and one is kind of like spinning around under there. You know what I'm saying? It was beautiful. We did a good decoration. We put one on the refrigerator too. We opened almost about 4 or 5 parts of it. Very beautiful, man. But I was beat up for it, So, guys, thank you very much for watching my show today. I'll see you guys later tomorrow, by the grace of God. For those of you who would love to come to the Rejuvenation Center in Houston, the address is 9894 Bissonnet Street, Suite 175. That's where the church is. We don't call it church, we call it the center. You want to come and worship with us tomorrow, feel free to come. Stop by, worship with us tomorrow. It's not a regular church. It's just a place where we impart knowledge into people. We would love to see you guys. And thank you very much for watching. See you. Now, thank you guys. Call Morel. Teach your children the right way.